Well, it's being touted as a game changer in our fight against COVID. The Moderna vaccine's just been approved in Australia, with 1 million doses arriving next month. Here's what you need to know about it.
We will have 10 million of the Moderna doses arriving before the end of this year.
So this is excellent news. We've got 3 very good vaccines now.
We're delighted to have provided regulatory approval to the Moderna vaccine.
In the US, where it's made, they're singing songs about it. And in Australia, we're just glad we'll finally soon have it.
I think as many vaccines as we can get our hands on and get them rolled out as quickly as possible.
Brisbane mum Laura Smith has spent the last 12 days isolating with her 2 teenage children, Keegan and Jasmine, after the Delta strain broke out at their local high school.
Yeah, can't wait. We need to get our hands on it and move as quickly as we can.
Looking at some of the statistics on Moderna, it looks like possibly, if not the most effective of the lot. You have to wonder why we didn't go for it sooner.
Exactly. Yes, I do wonder about that.
It's a very effective vaccine. It's safe. It's been tested in many millions of people in North America, and I look forward to it coming.
Professor Robert Boy is an expert in infectious diseases from the University of Sydney.
Moderna acts very well against all the variants of concern, alpha, delta, gamma, beta, and it's effective and safe. Obviously, with the virus still mutating, it could form another type, but it's such good technology that they could change the vaccine to deal with a new variant within 2 or 3 months.
Moderna works in a similar way to Pfizer. It's based on mRNA technology, but unlike Pfizer, it doesn't have to be stored at super cold temperatures. It requires 2 shots 4 weeks apart, and we're told will be available at vaccination hubs and pharmacies across the country.
In the US alone, there's been over 140 million doses of Moderna used.
Dr John Skerritt heads the Therapeutic Goods Administration, which has just approved Moderna for people over 18.
The other really encouraging thing about Moderna is even after 6 months, it's proving to be 93% efficacious against any infection, 98% against severe disease, and 100% against death.
I think we're kind of blessed in that Keegan and I have both been vaccinated. We've had 2 doses of Pfizer.
Laura and Keegan, who's 18, qualified for Pfizer because Jasmine, who turned 16 on Friday, has an autoimmune disease.
So I've finally got her in for a vaccination on the 9th of September, which we're looking forward to. So we can't wait to get everybody vaccinated. I think that will be our best way.
And are there any side effects with Moderna?
There are side effects. There's local side effects, pain, redness and swelling that last 2 or 3 days. You could get a fever, chills, headache, muscle aches, but they all last about 2 to 3 days. So it's unpleasant for a while. You may be in bed for a day, but mostly you tolerate it really well.
Last month, European regulators approved the use of Moderna for children, and Australia could soon follow.
The data on the teenagers does look good, and we should be able to make a decision, again convening the expert advisory committee within the next 3 or 4 weeks on an application for use in 12 and over.
Bring us the vaccine, give us a bit of security sending the kids to school.
Laura's daughter Jasmine is looking forward to getting vaccinated.
I'd rather get a needle than get sick from coronavirus. So.
Big brother Keegan agrees.
I don't feel super even, but I do feel more safe.
So it's important for researchers to understand how children of all ages could be affected by a vaccine.
In the US, Moderna is studying how the vaccine could even be used on children as young as 6 months old, and has talked of using Aussie kids in the research.
The plan is mostly in North America, but potentially to recruit in Australia too. It's not an urgent thing. Children hardly get sick from COVID. The studies could be done probably next year and may lead to licensure of a product for younger children.
Should our government have moved quicker to try and obtain Moderna sooner?
Well, you can always say these things in hindsight. We could have moved a little bit sooner. Other countries got their orders in before us. So we learned from that and we started slow. We made mistakes, but we're much better now.
Do you see, as the Prime Minister says, this is the beginning of the end? Do you get a sense of that?
I hope so. And I see my family in the UK that it's been locked down a lot longer. So, and they're not getting locked down or quarantined in those same ways. So I can see it, that the UK is already there and we need to catch up.